Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Obviously, this game, this season, has not been treating me well. I've been ill for the last, 9 hours. I've slept about 8 of those hours, so I apologise. But also, I don't know where I'm going with the direction of streaming Yu-Gi-Oh! As much anymore. I'll still do content on it, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I'll still be dueling members and stuff, but in terms of live streaming, I don't know where we are on that front. The way things have been going for me, I just can't imagine sitting there for 2-3 hours streaming it just to be shafted. Look, as you can see, win, win, lose, lose, win. I lost 5 in a row, 1-2, lost 6 in a row. It's weird though, because we achieved rating duels last season, and then this season we got to Diamond 2, got the gems, demoted back to Diamond 5, and I've been going on massive loss streaks. You know, in terms of hands, the decks, like I want to say I've got an issue with Malice, I want to say I've got an issue with Raziel. I haven't got an issue with any deck. The main problem I have when playing this type of game is slow duel lists, or the timer not being apparent to us. I recently played up against the 6 Samurai deck. Posted it on the channel. It felt like they were comboing for about 7 centuries, and apparently didn't time out. Look, I don't know how this game works, but honestly, on the front that I'm on, I can't help but feel like I'm fighting a losing battle. Like, this is the deck. Obviously, I'll show this replay. Obviously, this one wasn't posted on the channel, but I did post some pictures in the Discord. How occasionally I would genuinely think that, I just don't know, like I'll probably still do content on it, I just don't want to play it personally, so it might be more a case of just watching other people do. But look, I thought, alright, you know the crazy thing about this deck, you guys can't see the deck build, but I am running Raziel, I'm running Fiendsmith Raziel, and I was like, okay, Filwa, cool, we've got Engraver, we could drop the Engraver, add the Tract, you know, but there we go. So we trigger the Tract, activate, add the Creamer. You could have added Engraver really, but it really would have made no relevance. The Creamer to send the trap, play into the Requiem, trigger the Engraver, shuffle back the Fable, play off the Requiem. Weirdly enough, sitting here watching replays is more fun than the interaction of playing it. So potentially, I think in future, I might play the game off camera, save the replays, react to the replays, so that way, 1, I'm not stressing too much, 2, it's not 7 centuries of gameplay, 3, you get better duels, and 4, I can commentate with stuff actually happening without a 10-minute window. But yeah. Okay, so we equip the Requiem. I thought, you know what, this is a solid hand. We've got Crossout Designator in case of Nibiru or Ash or Maxi or whatever. Imperm for Monster Negate. Got DD King for special summon, you know, not once per turn. I was like, this is cushy. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Never mind, Heat Wave. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters until the end, until your next draw phase, yeah? Then it hits me with a Heavy Storm. Which is, look, I don't want to say this game's rigged, but they got Heavy Storm, which is at 1, yeah? So there's my back row. Lightning Storm, which is at 2. And I was like, well, how, it can't get any worse than this. Bingo Machine. Reveal 3. Activate spell card in hand. Special summon 3 Blue Eyes. And I was like, shit. If we didn't drop the, obviously, the Fiendsmith Trap, I want to say the Lacrima Trap, the Fiendsmith Trap, we wouldn't have been able to get rid of one of them Blue Eyes. So Desiree gets rid of one of the Blue Eyes. They punch for 6,000. Thought, look, this can't go any worse than it has done in the past, can it? I should be fine. What can I pull into? Max it. And the worst part here is 2 level 8s create the monster that can attack directly. There we go. But that's not the only effect it has. During your play, summon a spell, trap, or another monster effect is activated, detach 1 material from this card and negate the activation. And I was just like, wow, that's some tough. just numerous times everything felt against me. Like, I don't know if there's another one as well. What one was this? That was Malice. I think it was Malice like 4 times. Oh yeah, this is another one where it worked against me. Absolute filth. Absolute filth. You know? The thing is, how this humanly happens is, it should be non-existent. The hand, shit. Alright, fair enough, I started with exit, but that's not really going to do much other than drop. And I was like, ice barrier. Okay, cool. Right, let's work with this then. Okay, ice, crackdown, snatches ice. I was like, okay, no worries. Can't get any worse than what it is already, can it? Oh, punch me for 1,000. And then leading into that, we added Imperm. I was like, alright, sweet. Imperm can target the ice barrier. I should be able to play some combo off now. There we go. Get ourselves a nice Ryziel back. Nope. Super polymerization. Yay. And you know the crazy thing about this, right? They had Dominus Impulse in hand. Yeah, they dropped the Impulse, kept the Purge. And that frustrates me even more. Negate, destroy, because the Impulse was in the graveyard. Left with no play. So I worked around the ice barrier, only to be super polyed, to then trigger off a sword, to then be Dominus. You know what I mean? You can't make it up. You literally cannot make it up. And then, look, life hack. If you're unfamiliar with what life hack does, we'll go over it real quick for you. This is a deck. This is a card you don't see much now, but you used to see it quite a while ago. Target one face-up monster on the field. Any damage your opponent takes this turn is halved. Also, that monster's attack becomes equal to your opponent's current life points until the end of this turn. It could not have been a more perfect card for Garura, considering Garura does double damage. So during your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard and take one face-up monster on the field. Any damage your opponent takes this turn is halved. Also, that monster's attack becomes equal to the current life points, which is ridiculous. And you see where I'm coming from in terms of my absolute shit stale luck. You know. What else are we working with here? Okay, Numeron. I won't go into depth on this, but yeah. They literally started with Lightning Storm, hit me with a Heavy Storm as well, and I was like, well, you know, what's the fucking point? Playmaker. You know, Mathmech, Malice. Then we've got Ryziel, 7th Tachyon one. Look, this... The amount of times I have played up against a Ryziel player, and this is on their field first to go. Fucking stupid, man. Okay. This is the 6 Samurai deck that just would not end. Like, I'm going to be honest, I would happily... I'll play it, yeah. But one thing's for sure, this is going to go on for ages to a point where I'm going to flick the camera off because I want you lot to enjoy the experience of the absolute bullshit in this game. Yes, I'm running Tempai. Here we go. Ash Blossom. Bearing in mind, 6 Sam is at 4 cards, right? Alright. Enjoy the cinema. Most insane thing about this though, yeah, is the fact, bearing in mind this is sped up, so imagine this in an actual duel at a slower pace, watching this shit happen. I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know. I can't help but feel like, I'm not saying I'm playing against hackers and stuff, but to not run out of time is absolutely insane. Right, so bearing in mind, everything you've just witnessed right now is what I sat through at a slower pace in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, let's go over this. Triple negate on Apollousa. You've got a negate on Legendary 6 Samurai, not once per turn. You also have the Legendary Lord 6 Samurai, Cheyenne, as well. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy that card. There's a destruction play already. Oh no, that is once per turn. Original Cheyenne. Because they're both Cheyennes, it's just upgraded. Then you got another one, so you can negate. But the worst part is, if a card on the field would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy one monster you control instead. You got DD King Caesar, which is a double again. But yeah, leading from that point, I go Lightning Storm, they trigger their Cheyenne negate, Forbidden Droplet, drop Hydra, double negate. I was just like, alright, cool, nice. Managed to clear the monsters off the field, no problemo. Add a monster back to hand, trigger the Hydra, Imperm. Into Typhon. Typhon punch for 29. And you know the insane thing about this? It goes back into... Like, the fact they missed their main phase, but watch the combos they play off here. Banish 2, target, special summon, trigger spell card, add 6 samurai, trigger samurai, special summon, trigger effect again, return back to extra deck. Back in 2-1, trigger the effect, target, banish, pop. Well, say pop, return. Add back 6 samurai, special summon back 6 samurai. Play into their link monster Shogun, special summon, trigger again. Like, don't get me wrong, I expect it to pop off, but the thing that angered me about this is the fact the timer felt like it did not end. And it didn't end. They won the duel. But the fact that a deck like this can combo off the way it did, not being fast forward, it just... there's times where they feel like the timer just doesn't run out, you know. But it is an insane deck, without a doubt. There you go, trigger the effect, negate, let's go to graveyard, trigger the effect, special summon, and then reactivate effect. I think I surrender, yeah, look, and then they top deck Maxi. Return back, trigger the effects, remove, add back to hand, special summon, trigger the spell card, target, re-add back to hand, special summon back to field. Look, there's a lot of things I want Konami to do for this game. I want to see my opponent's timer. I want to have a dismantle feature on pack openings. I can't remember what I wrote down. A bunch of things. Wait. Okay, so what I did, I wrote down dismantle cards straight from the pack opening screen, which would obviously be more logical. I want a basket system, so in the store, if I want to buy like 7 different emblem things or whatever, I can just click all 7 and purchase them in one hit. I want in the dismantle screen to show a small little D in the corner to show that it's a part of a deck slot or even a star or something. And then obviously a timer on the opponent's side of the field, because there's some dodgy shit going on in this game, man. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm just not having much luck with it, you know, against Raziel. Then what do we have going on here? Malice. I think I went against Malice 3 times in a row here. Oh no, it's Ryziel. Ryziel. Malice. Malice. And you know the fucking insane thing? I didn't win a single coin toss. So what we'll do, we'll play a quick game of ranked. See if our luck has changed. But ideally, I don't know. I want to make Yu-Gi-Oh content still. It might be a case that I just all members, because realistically, yeah. If you've watched the streams, you know how shit it can be. You know, I go first to go. I end up pulling only hand traps that would work as a second to go. Oh, okay. I've got some play then. You get a Fua in starting hand again, dead. Let's go with start. Well, node. Special summon. On the plus side, I have an Ash and a Cool Buy. And then we'd add ice. Is this redemption? Does Konami now force me to stop playing? Just it hurts. It does hurt, like getting to Diamond 2 and being pushed back to Diamond 5. And I'm not saying I'm the only person it's happened to, you know. I think it happens to a lot of us and the best of us, you know. And I was having this conversation with Nate saying, look, the bottom line is I would love to be able to how do I word it? Achieve master rank, but I can't see it happening. Okay. I'm gonna get impermed as well. Shit. Well, on the upside, we disposed of an Ash and we've lost an imperm. It's fine. The only problem is we're kind of left in the duster. I think we would have been better off normal summoning the Kuraiuma and then getting imperm then and playing into Requiem. So from now on, I think that's how we do it in future, ladies and gents. We start with the Fiendsmith engine before the Ryziel engine. Okay, so it's Blue Eyes. A big risk though, unless it's your bell. Okay. I don't really like the Piri map card, man, at all. Okay, trigger the effect. Activating the spell card. Be able to give access to, I think it's Sacred in it. Oh, okay, another Dark Beckoning. Okay, unless it's Sprite. Normal summon the second Dark Beckoning. Okay, no, it's definitely U-Bell. Okay, that's fine. I get one draw off that. To be honest, this is kind of a stinky situation, you know. Because now if they can get themselves... They've got Nightmare Pain. They trigger the Nightmare Pain. They pop the Spirit of your bell. Trigger the Spirit of your bell. Bring out your bell. The good thing about this is Call By will help us against the Phantom of your bell anyway. Okay, trigger the effect. Squirmer. Special summon. All we can really do is hope like a nib play, maybe. Okay. But the way I'm viewing it, they get Yubel on field, they get Phantom with Yubel. They could play into Varadras, maybe. Okay, Phantom with Yubel. The guy's really playing into it, isn't he? Thing is, if you can get enough on field, because now we get access to Terra Incarnate. Then can play into another. So that's 15, 3, 4, 5. That could work. It would have been better last turn though. But then even still, even if I go to Ash, they're going to trigger the Phantom of Yubel anyway. Nah, fuck it, let it stay on field. Okay, Shiyama. My question here now is, do they pop the Terra Incarnate? It's insane that I've pulled a bunch of cards. Where's my nib? I'm trying to get the Ash off before the nib, but apparently not. Leaving it. Unless they're holding out for a nib. Even still, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Bruh, man, the one card I need, man. I think we lose this, you know. $15, $30, $45, $5, $6, $7. They need 1,000 more. Must be the only person who cannot get an actual half-usable card. Mate, this is actually fucking mental, man. Oh mate, I've pulled half my deck and Nib hasn't come up once. This is a fucking standard thing for me, man. I understand I run Nib at 1, but fuck me. This card's at 1. This card's at 1. Fabled Laurie's at 1. Droll, I think's at 3. 2. Sweater. No. Fan. Basically open field. The good thing is I do have imperm, but I don't think it's really going to do much. This is actually mental. Unless they go Chaos Angel. Nah, what's the point? I don't know, they could go Chaos Angel, maybe. Fucking might as well get rid of some of these cards while we're here. I'm gonna get decked out before I get a fucking Nibiru off. And that's the alarming thing, is I've activated way too many draw plays now. I suppose I could draw. Okay, into another Phantom. Where's Nib? Damn, wow, this game. Fuck me, I've got 14 cards left and you're telling me I don't have... That's actually insane, isn't it? Still no Nib. Fuck you know. We're banking on a third imperm and a Nib. This is insane. Not a single Nib came up. Well, we won. Ladies and gentlemen, I won a couple of games. Basically, most of them were solely due to, you know, summoning Raziel, but we need to remember Fiendsmith comes first. Look, thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are amazing. Obviously, let me know in the comments below what kind of duels or videos or whatever you'd like to see. Massively appreciated. Take care. Peace.